Hey guys, I hope you can hear me over this song. I hope it's not too loud. Um, I chose this song for a reason. What I have to tell you is not exactly a fun topic to discuss. Um, I am checking my reflection in hair. I'm just, my hair, my hair looks like Monica from Friends, season 9, the one in Barbados. Anyway, that's my hair right now, so I'm just laughing at that and the Monica thing. So anyway, um, what I have to talk about isn't exactly fun, but I'm gonna go over here so it's not as loud because the song won't be as loud if I move. The lighting may suck, but I want you guys to hear me, and we just want to have Celine as the backdrop. It's a little better. And this is fun because, I don't know, can you see this? It's my Christmas tree. So we love a good Christmas tree moment. What I have to talk about is not fun, but it needs to be addressed, and just people should know about it. Now, I'm thinking about titling this video The Dark Side of Living with a Disability Part 2. Now, granted, I'm not a complete basket case like I was in Part 1, and because literally I made that video just minutes after it happened and the whole shit hit the fan. So, this happened like 24 hours ago, and so if I was emotional last night, I'm not nearly as bad now. And it's really not even about me, it's about my friend. I don't know if she wants her name involved, so we'll call her AD. How about that? My friend AD and I went to the movies last night, and there's this thing that they offer in theaters called audio description. And I had never even really known about it until she and I started hanging out over the past like 3 months. But basically, it's for visually impaired people, and you put on a headset and it just describes a narrator describes what's happening on screen in the scene, who's doing what, who's moving where, what's going on. So I'm gonna tuck my hair back because it's really, really hot. And it's not in a straightened state today, so it's even extra more heat absorbent. Anyway, so there's this thing called audio description, and it seems like a nice thing in theory, right? Well, she was not going to press the issue, but I did, and I was respectful about it. But I'm like, in my mind, I'm like, no, we're not gonna have this be another Hottie Shrine Circus moment, because what happened then over Thanksgiving, we were given complimentary tickets, which the gesture was super nice. I'm very appreciative of that. But out of all the showings that they had over like 5 days, they only had one with audio description in the circus, and it was Saturday morning at 9:30. And that's whatever. I didn't like having to get up at really 6:30, but I did it for my friend because she needed the audio description. Otherwise, she couldn't have even been able to tell what was going on. So, basically, we get there, and this is at the circus. I'll get back to the movie theater in a minute, but we get there, and we find out that, yes, they do have audio description, but it's only in the first floor rows, and on the floor. It's not beyond the first 4 rows. And I'm in my electric wheelchair, and the Ford Center is not accessible really at all. The only wheelchair seats are second story and higher. What if I want to sit, what if I want to pay for floor seats? What if somebody that I really, really enjoy, is going to be, they should have more than just, we're always an afterthought. That's my point. So anyway, we find out, yeah, they have audio description and then they have the headsets, but it's only accessible to the first 4 rows on the floor in this one section. And they can't bring it up to us, so she would have had to have gone down to sit with that specific crowd, which I was fine with. I actually pleaded with her to do that. And she's like, no, I'm not gonna, I'm not gonna invite you to the circus and then bail on you and we're not gonna be separated. She's like, no. So I felt super bad because, she couldn't see the freaking show. And the last time I went to the circus, seriously, was like 93. I was like 9 years old. And they didn't have huge light shows and like disco balls and I mean, seriously, if anyone in the audience had epilepsy, they would have been screwed. So, but they do have that now. And so, because of where we were sitting up high, second story, second tier, all the lights were just directly in her line of vision. So not only could she not get the audio description, it basically made it almost impossible for her to see what little she could see with her limited vision because of all the freaking lights. And then, I mean, it's just, okay, so then back to the movie theater. We wanted to go see Frozen 2, and we wanted to go on $5 Tuesday because it's cheaper. It's almost like half price or more, like 60% off. But, we have to schedule mobility. We have to get pre-arranged pickup times and drop-offs, and, we have to have all that stuff scheduled in advance to make this happen. And it's just, I don't know, maybe I will start crying. People don't understand, and I'm not even talking about me, just disabled individuals in general. People don't understand what it's like. Able-bodied, quote-unquote, normal people don't understand what it's like because they don't have to deal with all the shit that we do. And I'm not saying I expect society to cater to us. That's not what I'm saying at all. It's just, it would be nice for once if we were not an afterthought, And I will say this before I go into further detail. The theater was super, apologetic, and they did everything they could to make it right. And we eventually got, they gave us complimentary movie passes to any other show that we want to go to. But the audio description was not working for Frozen 2, and I went out there once, and Angel's like, I said her name, sorry. My friend, I don't know, if she wants her name out there. She was like, don't go and don't worry about it. I'm like, no, even though we're close to the screen, you need the audio description. So I was like, you stay here. I'm going to go deal with this. So I went out into the lobby and I spoke with someone. I don't remember her name. And then she went back to the little control room and she's like, okay, it should be fixed now. So then I went back and then Angel was like, it's still not working. I can't hear anything. And so I went out there again, the second, and now I was getting a little perturbed because, but I was respectful. I didn't lose my shit. I just said, do you have a manager? Can I speak with your manager? And she's like, yeah, if I can find her, sure. So she goes to get her manager and I tell her, please try and look into this. I don't want to have to come out here a third time. And that wasn't a threat. It was just simply, we came to watch this movie. I've already missed, probably 20 minutes of the film by this point, which it doesn't matter if I didn't see the whole thing. I was not leaving until I got this fixed for my friend. And that's a whole nother issue as well. The showing was supposed to start at 7:15, and it did, but by the time it was actually addressed and I did speak to the manager, and she was able to go up to the control room, like upstairs, and I think there was just something very simple. Just one of the things, it was the signal wasn't connecting or what have you, and so she just unplugged it and plugged it back in, and then the signal worked and Angel could hear everything. But, the movie started at 7:15, and by the time it was all fixed and she finally could hear what the hell was going on for the audio description through the headphones, it was now 8 o'clock. I looked at my watch. So it took 45 minutes to get this issue resolved. And why I get so irritated and why I'm so passionate about this, and for any of you that saw, Living with a Disability, The Dark Side Part 1, that I posted 2 months ago, when I was having my breakdown and crying, I said something to the effect of, these tears are not just for me, it's for every person in similar situations that can't speak for themselves. Because for every person like me who's able to speak for themselves, there's 100 more, there's 1,000 more that can't. So that's why I get so fired up about these issues, because we weren't even trying to do anything, of really, truly genuine importance. It wasn't like a medical appointment. It wasn't, life or death. It was just, to be a fun evening, just entertainment-wise. Same deal with the circus. And it just blows up in our face. And I say as collectively, as a society of differently disabled people, the simplest thing oftentimes will just blow up in your face. And you would think, after living with my cerebral palsy for 36 years, you would be used to it. But the truth is, you never, ever really get used to it. I mean, stuff happens to us all the time, and what you do get used to is things not going according to plan and just rolling with the punches because you don't have a choice. But this was just a movie, nothing serious, but it just became so much more extra. And it's like, people just don't understand. And like, I will reiterate this until I'm on my deathbed. It's just, people don't understand, and there's no way that society can or could understand. That's why I make these videos, because it's not because I want people to feel sorry for us. No, I just want you guys to be aware of all the little struggles that we go through that you guys never even have to, don't even have to think about. And the only way society and the world collectively is going to know about these issues is if people speak out about them. And I have a voice, and I'm going to use it, whether it's to stand up for myself or my friend or whoever. So I do apologize. I know this video is 14 minutes. Hopefully it'll get uploaded to YouTube. It might be too long now, but thank you for watching and listening if you got this far. I don't know. Like I said, everything worked out in the end, and the theater did everything that they could. They gave us free comp tickets to another show. They worked on the issue for like 40 minutes, and for that I am appreciative. It's just, I guess, disheartening, maybe is the right word, when it's just something so simple and it just becomes so much more. And I don't know if I don't know if you ever really get used to it. I don't think you do. And that might sound strange because I've had my disability since I was born, but there are some things that still even knock me back on my ass. And last night was one of them. And the circus was another. But that's why I fought so hard last night. I'm like, no, this is not going to be another circus moment. So, but we made it through and we're still here. And I live to tell the tale, and I'll keep talking till I'm blue in the face.